fifth and final task of the manager, according to Peter Drucker, is to develop the people in the business, which means managers also act as administrators. Within that role, the task of developing people has taken on added importance lately for managers, and it's taken on added importance because the rise of the knowledge workers. Knowledge workers means workers whose capital is their knowledge or expertise. And in a knowledge economy, employees are in fact the company's most important asset, and it's up to us managers to develop that asset. But as Drucker always says and reminds us, when managing people, the manager must always keep in mind performance. There are many challenges which managers can face when developing people. For example, who should you develop, etc. So when considering how best to develop people, you should always take into account the following optimization decisions provided by Drucker. The first decision is defining which of the organization's offerings or your business activities or people produce extraordinary economic results or are capable of producing them. The second decision is determining which of the markets out there or end users in the market are capable of producing extraordinary results for your business. The third decision is deciding how to allocate the necessary resources and efforts in order to produce those desired results. The fourth decision is determining how to redirect resources from areas of low performance to areas of high performance. And finally, the fifth decision is considering which activities should be abandoned or get rid of in order to invest more money in the identified future opportunities. And these five important optimization decisions must first and foremost focus on effectiveness in producing revenue, creating markets, and developing the appropriate product, service, and markets. And as we've emphasized throughout the boot camp, effectiveness is critical for every business. But we should also remember that even the most effective business can die due to poor efficiency, especially if that business is efficient in doing the wrong things. In other words, effectiveness is the foundation of success, but efficiency is a minimum condition for survival. And this brings us to one of the most essential roles of managers according to Drucker, and that role is making decisions. And one of the most important decisions a manager makes every day is where to invest time and effort. Where to invest time and effort. And that's a critical decision because it's a well-known fact that in most businesses, only 10 or 20% of the inputs and processes of a business, such as products, orders, customers, markets, or people, etc., produce about 80 or 90% of the results of each business. And what this means is that management must focus mostly on those very few core or worthwhile activities in the business which are in fact capable of being the most effective. And secondly, manager must bring the business all the time a little closer to the full realization of its potential. And focus is especially important here because most businesses, in fact, operate at a low level of performance when they're measured against their optimal potential. Because of this, sub-optimization occurs. And managers, therefore, should constantly ask the following three questions to deal with that major challenge. What is the theoretical optimum level of performance for my business? What's preventing us from achieving that optimal level of performance? And what are the limiting factors or bottlenecks which are holding us back from achieving the theoretical optimal of performance based on our resources and effort we're making? And the answer to those three questions will be different for every business and every function because of the unique nature of every company and the business environment that they operate in. Wow, again, that was a lot of information to absorb in just 3 videos. So what are the 3 simple lessons you should leave this session with? The first lesson is that management is about doing things right, and leadership is about doing the right things. The second lesson is that there are 5 primary tasks of a manager, and those 5 tasks are setting objectives, organizing, motivating and communicating, measuring performance, and developing people. And the third and final lesson is that business performance comes first, because performance is the aim of the enterprise and the reason for its existence. And without good performance, companies are unable to make a contribution to society or societal issues to build a future for their business or for their employees if they do not perform.